Millionaire maker. He's the Michael Jordan of the industry. He's almost like Superman.
People understand your value.
He's amazing. He has, through his coaching and mentorship, has created over 45 millionaires.
One of the biggest blessings I've had in my life is the opportunity to be mentored by Holton Bugs.
One of the best business professionals I've ever seen in business, period, hands down. Visionary, true visionary. Man, that joke is something else now.
Please welcome to this inaugural Vision 2019 stage, your iBuumerang Chairman and CEO, Mr. Holton Bugs.
Good morning, iBuumerang! We did it! We did it! Do I see some diamonds over there? Do I see some diamonds back there? What about over here? Do we got some diamonds over here? Do we have some over here? Do we have some diamonds right there? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Are y'all ready for it? Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Whoa! Boom, 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 freedom! Wow! You guys look absolutely phenomenal. Give yourselves a big round of applause. I told T. Gray and Mark, I said, y'all trying to take my position? Give it up, guys, for T. Gray and Mark Kithcart, guys. Give it up for them. Awesome job. You know, today is extremely special for all of us. Special for me, special for my wife. She's somewhere over there. Special for my family. Where's my dad and my mother? There's the family table over there. I got two dads over there, two mothers over there. Got pops over there. I got my mother-in-law. I've got Mama Jean over there, and I call him Ching Ching. All right, that's Edwin's parents, and we've been running like crazy for I don't know how many years. But I have to say, just hats off first of all to my wife for just giving the flexibility and being there, standing by my side the entire time, and also the encouragement to step into what we have today. And always pushing and saying, hey, you should do this, you should do this. My son, he's around here somewhere. I know he's around. Where is he? There he is over there. Give it up for my son, Trey Bugs, everybody. He never did network marketing. I had to figure out a way to get him involved. So all these that video that you just saw produced, he and his team, they did that video. Phenomenal job. And there's been so many people all along the way. Where is Edwin? There he is. Edwin and Andrea Haynes there. That's my running buddy there. I don't know. I stopped counting the years, okay? I stopped counting the years that we've been running, but I do remember the times in the very beginning, whereas we would he'd ask me, did I have enough gas money one week, and next week I'd ask him, could you get gas money so we can drive down to Dallas, Texas? Because that's where the opportunity meeting was. We didn't have one in our city. And we never missed a meeting, and we kept running out of money, so we said, we got to build a big enough group in Houston so we can have our own meetings to go to. And we did it. And we're here. Peter Hirsch, where's Peter Hirsch? He's somewhere over there. My good friend Peter Hirsch and Karen Hirsch. You know, you heard Tigray call him the hinge. And he's just that. He's that person who brings and connects things together and never look for the credit for two things being able to come together and meet. And I can tell you, he's made a major impact in my life for it's been some years. It's been plenty of years. And it's the same thing. He's been the same consistent person now that he was when I first met him. He made a connection and he says, hey, listen, there's some guy you need to meet. And I'm like, who is this guy? He says, you need to meet David Manning. There's David and Terry right over there. And I never forget, some of you've heard the story when we had a chance to meet, and it was almost love at first sight. Terry, I was not going to take him from you, I promise, okay? But it was, and it's just been incredible to see, you know, the vision that he had and the humility that he had to understand that, you know, there were some things that I had, and there were some things that he had, and both of us needed those things. And I'm so grateful for him and for what he had done, and for 18 years building and having two companies. It's hard to keep one running for 18 weeks, but to do it for 18 years, guys, give it up for CEO of Extreme Travel, David Manning. Boom. There's a lot of people that I can just really talk about, but I remember when this first started, and Ed and I we're always just having conversations about where the future is, and what the future is going to be like, and we always saw what was going on, and it wasn't good enough for us. It just wasn't good enough, and we wanted to be just different. And we had no idea, and there was no concept at all of starting a company. Never was. Now, he would always say, man, you need to do what you say. Man, listen, I am not doing anything that dumb like owning a network marketing company. That's what I should tell him. I'm not doing that. But we wanted to do something completely different. And we kept dreaming, and we kept dreaming, and we kept dreaming. And when a lot of the things came together, Peter Hirsch, the phone call that I got sitting on the plane headed back from Korea to Houston, Texas, connecting with David. I made a phone call to T. Gray, and I said, hey, bro, I need you. He says, what is it? I say, we got it. And immediately he resigned from a company where he was the managing director, stock options, a position that was a very, very, very high responsibility, high title, didn't question it, didn't say, well, let me think about it. It was yes. And I'm sitting on a plane, and I'm thinking about how we're going to put this together, and I'm looking for the pieces that were missing, and I said, there's another component that we need. I said, T. Gray, I know what your specialty is, and I know you're good at everything. He's our VP of everything, right? But we said we need some other specialists as well, and I'm sitting on the plane, and I don't know if T. Gray was with me on the plane, but I know I sent it. We were together on the plane, and I said, Mark Kithcart. I said, I don't know what he's doing. I said, but I was just recently in Northern California, and I had a chance to meet with him, and we sat down and talked, and I talked about something completely different than starting a company. I said, I'm going to text him, I'm going to call him. He's got to be with us. I called him, texted him, and I booked him a flight. Next thing you know, he's there. He gets there at 11 o'clock that night, and he didn't sleep for 24 hours putting things together day one. Without a job offer, had no idea what his salary was going to be, and neither one of them still don't know what their salary is going to be. We just break them off a little bit every now and then and say, hey, just here you go. They say, don't worry, no worries, right? And Mark was with one of them, with a company that he had just taken public, or didn't take it public, but he was with the company who was acquired, went public, and stock options, and he called, and I couldn't believe that Debbie Kithcart would move from that was a big order. To move from Northern California, no humidity, you're living in wine country, the weather's always nice, cool, and perfect. And I'm like, how do I sell her? Now, Debbie was a hairdresser, and I'm like, how do I sell her on coming to Houston with the humidity where when you get off the plane, your hair melts? How do I sell this? And I never forget her and McKenna sitting at my house, and they're like, it's not that bad. I don't know why. I'm like, no, it's not. It's really, I'm like, look at my hair. It doesn't melt, right? And they did it. They did it. They made the commitment. I'll talk about our diamonds a little bit later, but there's some friends that were, and all of the diamonds were friends. But there's some family who's been through some things with us over a long period of time. They're not just diamonds. They're not just blue diamonds. They're not just black diamonds or whatever it may be. But Sam and Kim Bean, I don't know where they are. They're somewhere out here. When we shifted, we always learned that every success should have a successor. I shifted into a position of CEO of a company, and I never thought that this is where I wanted to be. I always thought like a CEO, but the title didn't mean anything to me. And I shifted out of a position, and next thing you know, Ed jumped into my position. But somebody who had been there long, you're talking about loyal. If you're talking about somebody, you can't say a bad word about me, my family. You say a bad word around Sam Bean or Kim Bean, you either get your eyes scratched out or you get your nose and your lip busted. And I shifted over, and then Sam Bean moved into the position where I was before. I mean, where Ed was before. Actually, even higher. And it's all about the trust. It's all about what we stood for a long time ago. Emmanuel Bernstein. He's somewhere around here, Super E. We're talking years, and I've always told Emmanuel he knew he was somebody that I always looked up to when I heard about him in network marketing, when I was coming up in network marketing, and because I always just saw this guy that was always sharp, always well put together, and I admired him. I still admire him to this day. Grateful and proud to have him as a part of the team. Jose Luis and Mel Ann, I don't know where they are. These are people who stood in the gap when it wasn't easy to stand in the gap. These are people who stood in the gap and went against what was popular, who made major sacrifices, gave up their entire income. I didn't ask them to. Cesar Munoz, somewhere around here. I don't know. There he is. I'm talking here. This is what I'm talking about here. I'm not talking about my diamonds right now. But I have to acknowledge how this happens. Doesn't happen because one person is so good or so great. But Cesar Munoz, he's just been one of those who stood and went against what was really popular. Didn't care about the income that he had before. And here's the thing, I never called them and told them, hey, come join iBuumerang. Never did. As a matter of fact, he was trying to call me, and I wouldn't answer the phone. Another one, Daniel in Toledo. Camaro, they're somewhere around here. There they go. I told y'all Puerto Rico shows up everywhere, right? I told you that. But these are people that you sit down with and we don't talk business. We just talk. These are people that we come from different backgrounds, but when we get together, it's all the same. I mean, there's many, many, many more. My good friend Clay Fishman, who's over there. Clay, you guys look at me now like, man, HB, you're really good. Clay is responsible for putting me and making me do my very first conference call. Yes. And I thought I was horrible. I was like, I got to do the speaking. He's like, yeah. And I grew, and I've always admired him, and we always stayed in contact, and Clay is a part of the board. You'll see him a little later, but he's a part of our board member of the Boom Foundation. Another one who will be here shortly is a good friend of mine, Pastor Keon Henderson. He's on his way here. He's probably watching live stream as he come here, but he'll be here shortly. I've got a good friend who's watching by live stream right now, and someone who's always encouraged me. And this allows you to understand the difference between friendships and commissionships. Friendships are what I'm talking about now, that communication, that no matter what you're doing, it doesn't matter. That's a friendship. Commissionship is when you decide to do something different, they're no longer your friend. When you're not making money for them, now you're the opposition, and that's never been the case. He's the number one or number two earner in another travel company. One of my best friends in the world, Johnny Wimbrey, he's somewhere around here watching on live stream, he and his wife, Crystal Wimbrey, but he encouraged, go do it. People call him and says, dude, how is it that you say your best friend started a travel company? Why would he do that to you? And his response is, why wouldn't he? That's friendship. That's friendship. Amy and Steve Seaver, I see them out there, and it's been the same. I've been their biggest cheerleader, and they've been my biggest cheerleader, and we went completely separate paths. And I can continue naming names, and if I don't call your name, it doesn't mean that we're not close or not a friend, but this is just friendships that have lasted for years, over 10 years, decades. Or not decades, but over a decade. I'm not that old. Okay? But most of all, I want everybody who's here to know that there's room for you right here at these tables. And what I want most importantly, what I look for most importantly is to be able to call you and talk about you and how much of a friend you are to me or I am to you because of what we're doing right here. That's how it all happened. Didn't happen because of the money. I've seen them make money, and I see them, many of them who don't need the money. Money's come, the money's gone, but the friendship stayed strong. That's a friendship. Okay. But I can tell you right now, every single diamond that's here, that's the thing that I want the most, is to be able to build that friendship, build that camaraderie, build that relationship. I don't care about the business more than I care about the friendship. That's why Edwin Haynes and myself have been able to be here, because we care more about each other than we care about business. But, you know, today is unique. I have a clicker in my hand. You guys see that, right? I got to keep popping my collar. They told me, they said, listen, silk don't hold like cotton, so every now and then you may have to raise it. I'm like, man, why did I wear a silk shirt then? My outfit is inspired by Daniel Camero and Cesar Munoz, you see? I've been watching these guys, I'm like, okay, all right, you know, I got a little swag too. You ain't the only one got swag. All right? But I have a clicker in my hand. This is the first time you've ever seen me with a clicker. I don't do PowerPoints. I don't do slides. I speak very animated, so I speak in pictures so that you can understand what I'm talking about, but today's different. Today we're celebrating today. Today's a birthday, a very special birthday. So happy birthday. Anybody out there with the birthday today? Happy birthday to you. But also, it's iBuumerang's birthday today, where this baby is being born. It's been in labor for 29 years. 29 years, this idea has been in labor. And today, all around the world, we give birth to something that's special. I want to share a couple of concepts with you and talk to you today about a few things. I want to share a couple of things about why. Why iBuumerang is what I want to talk to you about. I want to share with you the why behind this company. The what is very easy, and we'll talk about the what, but the why is so significant, and I want to share with you a couple things about where we've been. Where this industry's been, 29 years in the making. You guys know a little of my story, and I'll share some of it as I go through this presentation, but where have we been? Where has this industry been? I believe the industry has been stuck. One of the reasons why iBuumerang exists right now, and it's been this recycling bin. The last 6 decades in network marketing has been this recycling bin of the same idea, the same old jokes, basically slapping a new name on the cover of a compensation plan and saying we've got a new company. That's no different than taking the Atari and putting a brand new label on it, calling it a PS3. It doesn't work that way. And because I've been around so long, I wanted to see what could we do different, because I realized that something was not right in this industry, and I'll explain that to you in a little bit. But what I want you to understand right now is, where are we now? The industry in the past has been this recycling bin. Same products, same jokes, same comp plans. Nothing new, nothing different. Same results, same statistics. Where are we now? We're in an age right now where people want better information. The social selling concept right now is much different than how it was before in network marketing. Things have changed drastically. One of the things I looked at and I said, what we don't want over here is to do the same thing that every other company looked to do. When I looked at the industry of network marketing, everybody talked about market share. We want to grab market share, market share, market share. And if you continue to do the same things that people have done the last 60 years, you end up like most of the companies, and that's not what we wanted. I wanted to move from something called market share to something called trust share. See, I believe that if we can capture the trust of your heart and your customers' hearts, we'll set ourselves apart from anybody else who even considers themselves to be a competitor. It's not about market share. That's easy to do. That's an easy goal to set. Trust share. That has everything to do with the foundation of the company. Let's talk about where we're going. Where is the industry going? If you haven't paid attention, and some of you may not have paid attention to the industry, but the industry is changing, and it's this new information age of where network marketing is actually headed towards. And if you pay attention, you'll find that most people are not paying attention. There's a different way to do business today. What we're doing right now is making data-driven decisions. Old companies right now, they limit themselves by being a single market, and this is why so many companies say, well, we set a goal to be a billion-dollar company. A billion. They're so excited about reaching the $1 billion marketplace. And I'm not here being arrogant. I'm very appreciative of where we are, but we never set a goal to do just $1 billion. We've never put that in our plans to do $1 billion because we understand data-driven decisions and how we're doing things differently and explaining why iBuumerang is so different. What we've done is we've not limited ourselves to just one marketplace. And I'm not here to put any other companies down, but when you see a company say, hey, we launched a skincare company, and for now, forever, they're almost labeled as a skincare company. I've watched companies in the travel industry label themselves as a travel company, and guess what they've done? They've limited themselves in anything that they do outside of that. It looks awkward. I've watched companies in the nutraceutical business, and they get so in tune to the efficacy of their product that they don't have the ability to expand and capture the marketplace. Customers are different. How do we get there? What we decided to do when I met with the team, I said what we're not going to do is we're not going to go and take this idea, this concept that we have, and go and ask somebody else. This is when I was talking to Ed. I said, Ed, I can't do it. I can't take this idea and go and ask another person who's a CEO to create our idea. This is so special, this idea that we have, this concept. And so what we've got to do is let's go out there and create the future that nobody's ever seen before. That's what was important, is creating that future that nobody else has seen before. And so while you are part of iBuumerang, while you are a part of the future, I want you to understand that every day in this company is going to get bigger. Every day is going to get better. I had to look myself in the mirror one day, and I had to say, I never forget, I was almost self-sabotaging. I had gotten involved, and I started making some success, having some success as a distributor. And what happened is the growth that I had was so big and it was so fast that I almost self-sabotaged, thinking that it was too good to be true. And I'll never forget, I looked in the mirror one day and I said, this is what you've asked for. How many of you have ever gotten on your knees and you've prayed and you said, you asked God to bring something into your life that was going to be revolutionary, right? And here's what happens. When it shows up, most of the time you're afraid of it. And that was almost me. I was almost afraid of the gift that was given to me. And I'll never forget, I was in my bathroom and I looked in the mirror and I looked at myself in the mirror and I said, it's your time. And I need some of you to look yourselves in your selfie camera, look yourselves in the mirror, and I want you to say to yourself, it's your time. Because success is not something that you have to go and find. It's already inside of you. You just got to go out there and figure out a way to bring it out. So I would ask myself this question, even with iBuumerang, why me? Why me? I'm just a guy who's raised in Ponce de Leon Projects, Tampa, Florida. I'm just a guy who's no college degree. A lot of college credits, though. I can loan you some if you need some credit. I got plenty of credits to give away, a lot of them. Why me? Why me? And I thought about it. And I thought about my experiences. I thought about my first 7 years of not making more than $500 a month for 7 years. And you know what that let me know? That I resonate with you. There's some of you out there, you hadn't made your first $500. And there's some of you out there that I saw you. I saw the video of you sleeping outside, hundreds of you sleeping outside so you can get that front row seat right there. I know who you are. I know who you guys are. I saw you guys out there sleeping outside. I saw you. I said the future needs somebody who understands what the past was. I said, I know how it feels. I know how, see, we know how it feels to come to this event and have our little igloo, cooler with our sandwiches in it because we didn't have money to eat. We know how it felt to have 17 people in one hotel room. Mattresses on the floor, fellas box springs, ladies, the mattress, the smallest pen gets the restroom. And that's where I slept. Me and my 2 people that I brought to the event. I know what that feels like. I know exactly what it feels like. Okay? But it's not just embracing the pain of being able to endure hard times. That's not what this is about. It's about being able to recognize and having the empathy of the decisions that many of you made to be here. Many of you made some sacrifices. And what I want you to do is I want this weekend to be about multiplying that sacrifice and making this work. Because the goal is not for you to have to sacrifice and sleep outside to eternity. The goal is for you to be right over here where chairs and tables are waiting for you. That's what the goal is, right? But I know how it feels. I also know how it feels to turn that around. I know what it feels like to have a different set of circumstances. I know what it feels like to become a leader. I know what it feels like to now be able to have my own hotel room. Guys, that's all we wanted. My first 7 years, we never flew. We didn't fly to events. Fly? That was like, what do you mean fly? We drive. It doesn't matter how far. Ed and I can tell you trips that we've taken 30 plus hours. We rented a bus and we were trying to be really cool. And we thought we were going to rent this big bus and on a budget. And they gave us this cheap price and we're like, Ed, dude, it's got 4 wheels. Or maybe 6, I don't know, but let's do this one. And we get there at the bus pickup. And it was a shuttle. A shuttle. A shuttle is designed to shuttle you from airport to the hotel half mile away. We took a shuttle 32 hours one way. And we had a few people who were at the bus stop with us, and the shuttle came. I'm not taking that. No, I'm not doing that. So we understand how to be on the other side of it as well. So when you look at that, the first 7 years, and you look at the last 10 years, what has happened is we've been able to see all of everything that's in between. So I understand how you feel. I understand how y'all feel too. Got all these taxes I got to pay. What am I going to do with all this money? I know how some of that feels too with some of you guys. All right? So we recognize that we've been prepared for it. And we wanted to do something different. Let's talk about where this industry's been. Where have we been? As I told you, the industry's been, I call it the taxi cab age. I'm finding that distributors and network marketing are doing things that they shouldn't have to do. And some of the companies here's what happens. I see that some companies, not just network marketing, they're making too much money doing it the wrong way. Why change and do it the right way? Not iBuumerang, we're just different. Just different. Okay? I can tell you right now, network marketing, one of the hardest things that many of you have ever had to do is make that list of names of friends, family, and relatives and go and sell them something. And no matter how great the product was, I know how you felt when you were calling on the phone. Hey, auntie. So we wanted to change that environment. We changed that environment. We'll talk about how we've changed it. But because of all of those things that you've had to do, make the list and keep up with the organization and make the follow-up calls and do all the things that people have been doing 60 years ago. When I look back at technology and see 60 years, we've advanced in technology, but network marketing is still in the horse and buggy stage. This is why 98% of the people quit. And they find the exit stage. Exit stage left. They come in and they go out. They come in and they go out. Why? The opportunity meeting looks really good until you have to do the work. So what I realized is that network marketing was preying on the things that were your weakness. Many people don't like to sell. Raise your hands if you love to sell. You don't, right? In network marketing, what do they tell you? You got to get in and you got to what? Sell, sell, sell. Sell these products. So what we've done is force people to do things that they don't want to do. And I said, you've got to get good at what you don't like and what you don't want to do in order to make money. That's a problem. That's backwards. Okay? That's backwards. The people who really succeed are the people who find solutions to what some of the world's biggest problems are. What I found is this. I found that majority of you, and specifically all of these people who's up here, on these lines right up here, have felt just like this. That was me, wondering, what's wrong with me? Feeling alone, feeling like, is this the right thing for me? Should I go back and get that good job my mom has been telling me about? You sign up one person, and 2 quit. I don't know how that happens, but how many of you can relate to this guy? I know what it feels like. I couldn't sell the product. Never forget, I tell them we have a money-back guarantee, and 2 years later, they ask me for my money back. Here's what I realized. That shouldn't be you. There's nothing wrong with you. I believe you're perfect. I believe you're good enough. You've been designed good enough to succeed at network marketing. Now, I'm going to tell you, do I believe that you should grow? I know that you should grow, and we all must grow, but you're good enough in this industry. The last thing I ever want any one of you to do is to be sitting on the bench all alone figuring, what's wrong with me? I'd watch people come into the organization. They come in 6 months. Maybe I've been in 6 years, and they come in 6 months, and 6 months later, I watch them walk across the stage, and I look at myself, and I'm like, something must be wrong. I believe this industry has created more poor self-images than it has actually lifted the good ones. Because you only hear about these stories. Our goal is to eliminate the lonely bench. That's what our goal is going to do. We're going to eliminate the lonely bench. Nothing wrong with you. I don't care if you hadn't sponsored your first 2 yet. There's nothing wrong with you. I want you to remember this. You're perfect. I want you to repeat it after me. I am perfect. Network marketing is broken. And so I thought of a concept, and I says, instead of trying to fix all of these people and change everyone and create all of these trainings that don't work, because everybody has a good training course, or you have a speaker who has a great training class that they want to sell you, that if they use it themselves, they'd be doing what they're teaching you to do, right? Hey, you need to be fixed. No, you don't. The industry needed to be fixed. And that's exactly what we decided to do. We wanted to solve the right problem. So we said, what if we created a concept where people could be who they are? What if we created a concept where people can actually grow and better themselves, but if we fix the industry, whereas the things that they don't like to do, like selling, we did it for them. The things that they don't like to do, like follow up, we do it for them. And ladies and gentlemen, that's what we've done. Okay? I look at network marketing and I look at it from the standpoint of how standardized testing is. Some of you have heard me tell the story of the fish, the elephant, and the monkey. Standardized tests are very biased, and they're culturally biased, and I say it out loud because if you looked at my test score, my credit score was higher than my SAT scores, and my credit wasn't all that good. But I didn't come from the neighborhoods or come from the culture of the people who created standardized testing, and so I walked in with the deficit. And some of you, you've joined your last company before, and you walked into that company already at a deficit. See, at least at the SAT scores, they give you 400 points for spelling your name right. I got that part right. And we said this industry here was designed a little different. Those cultural tests, and let me give you an example of what I mean. You got the fish and the fish, the elephant, and the monkey, and the fish and the elephant monkey are sitting there right in front of the professor, and the professor's trying to do his or her best to make everything equal, knowing that they all come from 3 different elements. So the professor looks at the fish, the monkey, and the elephant, says, hey, listen, here's what we're going to do. To make all things equal, I'm going to grade you by how fast you guys climb the same tree. It's the same tree now, so it's equal for everyone. The fish looks at the professor and says, hold on for a second. If I climb this tree, I'm going to die if I get out of the water. Sorry, it's the same tree. The elephant looks at it and says, hold on for a second. I can knock it over, but if you want me to climb that tree, that's a tall order. Professor says, it's the same tree. The monkey looks, he said, that's what you want me to do? He said, I wake up in the morning and that's what I do. I do it for breakfast. I do it for lunch. I do it for dinner. I do it when I'm bored. I do it when I'm excited. That's all I've got to do is go climb that tree. See, when you've joined some of those companies before, you started off as the elephant or fish. But iBuumerang wasn't designed for the monkey. See, many of these guys here are monkeys. I did ask them to get me a better looking monkey. I said, could you get me Curious George? He said, we couldn't find. Curious George is cute, right? These guys are monkeys. What do I mean? You put them in any company and they're going to succeed. You put them in any company, they're going to go diamond. It doesn't matter what the product is. It doesn't matter what the compensation plan is. It's just what they do. They can sell air. They can sell dirt. They can sell water, dehydrated water. And they'll go black diamond first week, first month. And I learned the skills to become a monkey. That's why I never look at, oh, what's the product? Well, I'm a monkey. I can sell anything. I can sell that camera if it was in network marketing. Doesn't matter. But that's only the 3%. This is why the 97% is full in what I call the MLM graveyard. But iBuumerang was designed for you, the elephant and the fish. It was designed for you. That's what we had in mind when we started this company. I thought the people who were just like me, I don't want you to have to go 7 years only earning about $500 maximum income. You shouldn't have to work that hard. You shouldn't have to read 10,000 books or the number of books that I've read in order to just break even in network marketing. That's old technology. That's backwards. So where are we now? We're in a place where now iBuumerang is solving the right problem. What we've done, many of you have seen our pipeline concept. where we laid out a concept that all you got to do is be real steady and do 10 and 2. And I'm not going to train the 10 and 2 philosophy now. You do the 10 and 2, and you can be a diamond in iBuumerang. That means that many of you are out there, raise your hands if you feel like you've been one of the fish or you've been one of the elephants. Raise your hands if that's you. See, that's the majority of the people who are here who are the fish and who are an elephant. See, when I got started, I was one of those elephants. I was one of those fish. I wasn't a monkey. I watched those monkeys get involved in the business and shoot to the top, and I'm sitting there on my bench. What's wrong with me? It was just that they didn't have a company or a system that was designed to accommodate me. We've changed that in iBuumerang, and you're going to see that. But don't tell me that you're not a great network marketer, because you are. And we're going to prove it to you, and I'm going to show you that how great of a network marketer you are, and I'll prove it to you right now. When I look at Facebook, when I look at Instagram, when I look at LinkedIn, all of those concepts, Mark Zuckerberg did not go out and do opportunity meetings door to door to door or house to house to house. He didn't do Zoom calls to get all of those friends. What he did is he created a simple concept, and he gave you a tool. And he said, hit this button right here, send it, and it'll go to your friend. And you'll tell your friend, hey, listen, would you like to look at my pictures? And your friend says yes. And they open up a Facebook page. And then your friend called another friend. And those friends open up their database. And the next thing you know, over 1 billion people are in a database, the largest database out there in the world. You did it through network marketing. You were the one who referred those people. You were the one who turned people on to Facebook. You were the one to turn them on to Instagram. You were the one who turned them into all the social platforms. And all of our millennials and our young folk out here, you know what I'm talking about. But here's what's happened. You went out and you did network marketing, and you were extremely good at it. You built the largest network marketing company in the world, but you didn't get paid for it. Facebook took all of your efforts and all of your associations, all of your friends. Don't tell me you don't like to make lists of names of friends. You did it, and you gave it away to Facebook, and Facebook now runs ads in front of all of your friends, and Facebook pays themselves and their shareholders, and they left you in the dark. Now, I'm not down on Facebook. You know what? What they've done is they were very smart. They gave you a benefit, a way for you to communicate, link in with your friends, and you gave them the benefit, a way to make billions of dollars. But what if you could take that same concept? What if you can take that same ingenuity and you get paid for it? Social selling has changed. It's changed. The way people bought products before are not the same anymore. Customers are much smarter than they have been ever before. They have more information, they have more choices. And the days of forcing people and customers to be on an auto ship, forcing customers to have a product delivered to them every single month, that's the taxi cab age. I'm not downing products, and some of you love products, and guess what? Sell them, use them. It's okay. But when you look at the concept of what Uber's done, Uber said, hey, listen, here's my information, here's my app. Join for free. Raise your hands if you have an Uber account. Raise your hands if you have a Lyft account. This company was inspired because of that concept. I looked at it and I said, what if I could revolutionize customer acquisition? And instead of charging our customers every single month, what if we allow customers to become customers for free? We have and capture all of their information and their data, and we allow the customer to choose what it is that they want to buy instead of the company forcing a particular product or a category on your customer. Ladies and gentlemen, that's called the future of network marketing. I tell people today, network marketing is not competition. Don't ever look at network marketing companies as your competition. If you're in a product company, those of you who are looking, or even some of you who are here today, who are also in product companies, network marketing companies aren't your competition. Amazon is. Amazon was very smart. They paid attention to what people want. People wanted freedom. And what they did is gave them the opportunity, no auto ship, but you can buy the same product that you're paying for at your company, even less than what you can buy at your company, and we'll ship it to you same day for free. They got the slight edge. That is putting network marketing in jeopardy more than anything else. Amazon is responsible for over 30% of retailers going out of business. if you don't open your eyes to what's going on in this industry, you will end up being a casualty of that industry. Things are changing, and they're changing rapidly. What have we done? Where are we going? A data-driven business. Here's what we've got. Here's what we've done. I'll prove to you that it works. 30,000, over 30,000+ active ambassadors is what we've got. 30,000 of you right now. Now, hold on for a second. This was done in our beta testing. This was done when customer service wasn't at its best. This was done when the boomerangs wouldn't come back. I know some of you lost a few boomerangs. You threw it out there and you're waiting for it to come back, and you're like, what? Hey, T. Gray, is it ever, when is the boomerang supposed to come back? 140,000 active customers before we launched. This is before we launched. We're launching today with 140,000 customers in our database right now. 140,000. You saw them recognize the people who've gone out there and gotten 100 customers in the system. You say, well, I know some of you. Well, how much money have you made from them? Ask Amazon, ask Uber, how much money have they made? You don't measure a dream by how much money you make today. You measure a dream by how much of an impact you're going to have in the future and how much money that you can spread around in the future. You'll see today, somewhere during one of these presentations, of the number of people that we have who've now earned travel, savings, bonuses. And it's so many people who've earned them. We're going to scroll it across our screen at some point in time. I don't know if it's in my presentation or not. Okay. This is not in my presentation. I just got these slides last night. Now, we worked really hard to put this together, and I want to thank the people. Well, I'll thank them a little bit later, but everybody who's worked on everything for this company. But when you think about over 800+ people, it takes it was 4 minutes long just to scroll the names. We had to do double columns and scroll those names down to show the number of people who've actually done something. The very first, this is the future. You can't find another company where a person says, listen, my customer, I didn't charge them anything. My customer pays no auto ship. My customer went out and found the cheapest price on their product or their service or their travel experience that they could ever have, and the company sent me a commission for them paying less. Ladies and gentlemen, that's history. Nobody has ever done it, and all of those commissions will actually be paid on September's residual income in your e-wallet that you'll receive this month. So the 20th of next month, you'll receive it. You've been waiting for it. Bought some little program or whatever it may have been while they were traveling. One little excursion or something like that, or a ticket or something like that, and I saw the savings and I saw your commission. I didn't care if it was 22 cents. When I looked at it, I said, it works. It works. It works. It works. It was almost like Einstein, putting together those formulas, and when he looked at those formulas and he said, it works. It works. And then what he did is created more and more and more and more patents. And you're going to see that here with your company, iBuumerang. Over $20+ million in sales in pre-launch. And 20+ million, that is not including the amount of millions of dollars in travel that we've sold. $20+ million, over $12 million, iBuumerang is paid back to you and the families of people all over the world right now, all of you. And we're just getting started. If you can start like this, if you can start with having enriched over $12 million into families. Some people ask me, why didn't you wait till you got all of it together? Leaders don't ever wait till they get it all together. When is the best time to start? Now. When is the best time to make a decision? Now. And that's exactly what we've done. Data-driven decisions. All of this information and this data, you're going to start to see what we're going to do with it and how it all works. But I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, when you look at making data-driven decisions, when you look at being able to really utilize the concept of social selling, giving, not actually charging. We give it away. It's called iBuumerang. We give away goodwill. It comes back. Being able to take that data and harvest that data is what's going to change the entire world of network marketing. Watch and pay attention. You're going to find company after company after company follow exactly what it is that we're doing. And you know what? I embrace it. Why? Because we don't want to be the only company who's treating their distributors with dignity. We don't want to be the only company who makes it easier for the distributors to succeed. We don't want to be the only successful network marketing company. We need all of the other companies out there to do something and to do it right and to do it better and to treat you the way that you've always wanted to be treated. Here's what I realized. Here's what I realized. I realized something, and this is why me. This is why I was the person for the job. 29 years tomorrow. I celebrate my 29th anniversary. Erlene and I, 29 years that we've been in network marketing. We celebrate that tomorrow. We've always wanted to be treated a certain way that nobody understood how to treat us. And we said, instead of looking for somebody else to do it, why don't we go and treat our ambassadors the way we've been yearning to be treated in 29 years. That's what iBuumerang is. I recognize that ambassadors want freedom. That's what we want. People want freedom. Take the handcuffs off. Take the limits off. That's what we want, freedom. And we talk about freedom all the time. And what I realized in network marketing is that your freedom came at a cost. And it wasn't really freedom. I see companies today and industries today, whereas if you take a look at another company, even if you're interested in the product alone, they'll cut your income off. But in an opportunity meeting, they say you can be free. That's not freedom, that's slavery. When they dangle that little carrot, that little check that you have, whether it's $1,000 a month, $2,500 a month, or $25,000, and they say, if you dare take a look at anything else that can help your family, we're going to take this away from you. That's not freedom. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. We have all allowed them to do it to us. We've allowed the companies to hold us hostage to a commission check instead of being loyal to our friends, instead of being loyal to what our real beliefs are. And they force us to operate in something against our beliefs just for a paycheck. That's not freedom to us. That's never been freedom. We talked about being able to have residual incomes. And I've been one who's promoted the biggest lie in network marketing. I talked about, I've been the biggest hypocrite. Me, HB, getting on stage telling people that if you build this income, that you'll have a residual income that you can leave to your children and your children's children. Why? I heard it from stage. And I thought that's what they really meant. Tomorrow, 29 years, I still cannot find one person who can say this and make this statement. This big, huge estate that we have? It's because grandma and granddad got in network marketing. And we're still living off their residual income because all of their people still on auto ship. It's a lie. It does not. Can you name one person? One. Hundreds of millions of people have joined and we can't find one? It's a lie. We said we're going to stop the lie. We're going to make it real. We're going to make it real. I can find it in every other industry. I can find it in music. I can find it in real estate. I can find it in entertainment. I can find it in the corporate world where CEOs pass on their income or their business over to their children. But in network marketing, I haven't seen generational wealth being created. And for me to dedicate 29 years of my life and knowing that I can't leave something to my son? The system's broken. iBoomerang's fixing it. We told you we wanted to create an environment where you don't have to go sell anything. If you want to sell, sell, but you don't have to sell. There's nothing to sell. There's nothing to sell, but we're creating an environment where there's everything a customer is going to want to buy. Don't believe me, just watch. We wanted a concept that's real simple. Here's your job. It's your job to go out and get the customer. It's your job to go out and get the ambassador. It's the Prib's job to keep them. And ladies and gentlemen, the Prib is real. I want to talk to you about what we've done and how the next generation of network marketing will model what we're doing here in iBoomerang. We're not copying network marketing companies. It's a broken model. We're copying and looking and paying attention, and we're right there alone philosophically with the largest companies and the most brilliant minds in the world. And that's not because of me, it's because of a team. When I look at Apple, Apple's got Siri. When I look at Amazon, Amazon's got Alexa. I'm like, we need a friend too. iBoomerang's got the Prib. iBoomerang has the Prib. The power of the Prib. And just like you use Alexa, and just like you use Siri, I'm telling you what the future is, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait. I can't wait for 2020. I can't wait for you to say, Prib, here's what I need. I can't wait for your customers to say, Prib, here's what I need. What is the Prib made of? It's made of data analytics. Mark Cathcart's going to talk about that data. This guy's like, when you're not as smart, you get smart people on your team. Those two guys, T. Gray and Mark, trust me, they get together and it's a collision of knowledge that's up there. I have to leave the room sometime. He's going to share with you the power of data analytics. He's going to share with you the artificial intelligence that we're already working on. I know some of you, see, you're in network marketing. You're in a microwave oven mentality society. You want it like right now. You want that popcorn popping right now. It takes a little time to put all of this together. Everybody repeat this. The Prib ain't easy. But it's worth it. World-class customer support team that we're actually facilitating and that we're building. We brought people in who's in here right now. We flew them in. We wanted them to see. We're talking to people who are experts and not customers, just customer service. Customer amazement. We're not going to have a customer service department. We will have a customer amazement department. Why? We want to take the bar from what everybody else does. Customer service, you can get that at Walmart. Customer service, you can get that at your local car dealership. Customer amazement, that's when you go to Rolls-Royce. That's when you walk in to places like Edwin Haynes walked in the other day to Stefano Ricci. And they sit you down and they just wine you and they dine you and they deliver it to close and then they send you a nice, very expensive bottle of wine. That's customer amazement. It wasn't, hey, thank you for your service, next caller, please. That's what we're doing that's the future of your company. That's trust share. That's how we're building the trust share. When you take a look at those statistics, you've already seen them. All of that data that we've collected, the statistics of what we've got going on. It's incredible. That's the future of your company. It's the future of your company. 170,000 users of the Prib through pre-launch. the crib, travel. I've learned to fall in love with it. Start to understand now why the travel industry of network marketers was so fanatical. I want to take off my suit right now, put my swim trunks on, and just go jump in the screen. How many of you want to jump in the screen with me right now? You've built companies and you sold products, guess what? And you fall in love with the products, guess what? Keep buying them. You don't have to quit. You don't have to be in the company to use it. Just use it. Get it at wholesale. But what do you do every quarter? Every quarter you set your goals and you write things down. Why? Because your goal is to make sure that you qualify to go here. You've never said, I'm working real hard so I can go to the manufacturing plant and see how they put the pills in the little capsules. I'm so interested in seeing that. Honey, you're not going to see me at evenings because I'm going to work so hard putting the little pills. I want to see that. That's my goal. No, you don't have a manufacturing plant of your company on your screensaver. It's not on your phone. This is my product right there. Can you see my product right there? Look at my product. Look at all my customers over there. Just look at them all. This is your product. I don't take it for granted anymore. I walk outside and I watch if there's a cloud in the sky or if the sky is just completely blue. I'm like, this is my product. It's all natural. It's gluten-free. It's completely organic. And it's never on back order. There's an unlimited supply of what I sell. And I don't even sell it, I give it away. How can you sell something that never was bought? Different concept. It's what people want. This is why you're here. This right here. When everybody talks about retirement, this is what they want to do. But the system is broken. The system told you, wait till you're 65 to enjoy this. Now, here's the thing. I've got some family members in here that are 65 plus. So I'm not talking about the 65 plus. But how many of you would enjoy it even in your 20s? You know what I'm saying? I take my mother-in-law here, she might get stuck in that sand. My dad gonna have to come pull her out. We took him to Mexico. And there was a trip that was put together, put this trip together, and we had maybe 500 something people there, David and Lori, almost 600 people. And David knew, he knew when at the very beginning, I wasn't big on travel. I wasn't down it, but I wasn't big on travel until I got there. Now I've traveled all over the world. We traveled all over the world, and we've been able to do it on a budget, and we've been able to do it unlimited. But when I got there, and my mother-in-law was there, and my auntie was there, and cousins were there, and many of you were there. Many of the diamonds were there. What I didn't see, I saw not one argument. I saw not one ego. I saw nothing but smiles. And I saw people enjoying themselves. And I'm like, I'm in love. I'm in love with my product now. Okay? How many of you are in love with your product? Okay? You better be in love with this product. And what we've done is we've curated a product where you can't get it any better than what we give it to you for. You can't. We've had people testimonies that I've heard already of people who've been here in Las Vegas, and Edwin was telling me somebody sent him a message that says, I went to this presentation here in Vegas and they were selling timeshares, and then they start selling our platform and they were selling it for $10,000. They only believe more because somebody's selling it more. $10,000 is a deal to have what we offer. Even though we offer it to you much less, it's a deal. The value of what we have and what we offer, ladies and gentlemen, it's the experiences that people remember their entire lives. We sell recess. We sell memories. That's what we sell. We sell hope. We sell happiness. Every time I'm around water, my blood pressure drops 20 points. We sell health. And what we're going to do is we're going to curate it and package it and give it to you in many different forms, and you're going to be so excited about some of the things that we're going to do, all because of the Prib. See, the Prib is what we market. Travel is the most important part of what we will ever do, always, because that's where the hope comes from. Travel is our front door. If you take a look at the front door, that's a pretty big front door, ain't it? See, when you look at a front door and you look at a house and you say, there's a front door that big? What happens is this. If the front door is that big, it opens the door to everything else. And you're like, I wonder what's in the house. If the door is that nice, I want to share a couple things with you. Take a look at these industries here. $78 billion, energy drink industry. $101 billion is the supplement. Skincare, $141 billion industry. Cleaning product industry, $386 billion. You don't need a lot in a $386 billion industry. Cosmetics, $532 billion. Cosmetic industry alone. Non-alcoholic beverage, $967 billion per year. And you take a look at the insurance industry. Some people sell insurance, $4.6 trillion. And then, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you're playing with right there. This is what people want. Here's what I've learned. You give away what people want, and then you give them what they need while they're using what they want. It's the secret. It's how we do it. It's what we're doing. We're talking about an $8.8 trillion industry. And ladies and gentlemen, with an industry that big, you don't need a big slice of the pie. You only need to cut the knife. Take a knife, slice the pie, lick the residue off the knife, and that's a multi-million-dollar income. You don't need a slice. Here's what we've done. We're creating an environment, and this is how we're working the Prib. This is the data that we're collecting right now, and this is why we're so excited about you going out getting real customers. Right now, today, we're probably one of the most legitimate companies. We can track every customer and every ambassador, and right now, what do we have? We've got about 4 to 5 customers per ambassador at the moment that we're launching the company. Every single week and every month, that ratio is going to be expanding and getting larger. The beauty is our customers, they stay. I'll talk to you about why. Trust factor. Put a philosophy in called the 3 C's, and here's what we want to do. Here's what we do, and this is why we want you to make sure when you go out and get a Boomerang customer that you do it with dignity, that you call them and let them know what you're about to send them. We want real names, real information, real interest in what it is that you have to offer through travel. The 3C philosophy, always remember the 3 C's. Here's what we want to do with the 3 C's. When they use the Boomerang the first time, it's kind of like when you use Uber for the first time. You see how I keep talking about Uber? I told you I was inspired to start this. because of that concept. Curiosity, you're wondering, will it work? I never forget when I got my first, when I used the boomerang the first time, I came right here in Las Vegas to meet David. My room was booked, and it was booked and over at the Vidara Hotel, and I saved $600 3 nights. And I'm sitting there looking at the reservation like, okay, I'm hoping that this dude's gonna give me some windows with my room. You know, I know he's got this discount thing, but hopefully I don't have to share a bathroom with my neighbor, and hopefully my pillows actually do fluff. I got to my room and I was curious. Checked into the hotel and got upgraded. They gave me a little complimentary suite. I was like, okay. I went from curiosity to confirmation. I'm like, yes. Then I did it again. It's kind of like when you're in an Uber the first time you're driving, you're like, I hope he takes me where he's supposed to go, where I'm supposed to go. And he's driving, and you're looking at your navigation, and he gets off and turns down one of those streets. Hey, where are you going? Hey, where are you going, man? Get back on the highway over here. It's dark over there. Get back, right? Why? You're curious. You don't know. It's fear. And anytime something is new, that new is available, it's fear. It's met with resistance. I know they've been telling you, oh, that ain't real. HB, that prayer thing, that's not real. Because anything that's new creates fear and intimidation. And you watch. Next convention, next year, they're going to be coming out with the name of their crib. Apple's got Siri, and Amazon's got Alexa, and iBuumerang has Crib, and we have, yes, you're first. You're first. And then it goes to, the second time you use that Uber, you're sitting in Uber and you're like, okay, this is pretty cool. Yeah, you get to your destination, you get out of the car, thank you, you give them a little tip or whatever it may be, exit the car. You didn't even think about it. Third time, here's what happens. You get in the car, you're doing a 3-way call. You don't even speak to the driver when you get in. You get in, you're not looking at where they're going. They can be taking you the opposite direction. You're doing a 3-way call, you're signing somebody up on your right hand, and you get to your destination, the driver says, sir, you've been here 5 minutes. Could you please get out of the car? Why? Because you now have confidence. You're confident in what happens. And so what we're doing is we're taking our consumers through this 3C process. We want them to use it, have a good experience. We want them to use it to build up, their confidence. Take them through it 3 times. Mark is charting all of that data because we know exactly what we're going to do with that data. Here's what's happening. I want to give you some statistics of how it's happening and how it's working. 37,480 boomerangs were sent out in the month of July. We sent them out. You sent them out. Group boomerangs, individual boomerangs, 37,480. 75% of them activated. That means 28,125 customers said, I want to be a part of iBuumerang. They're giving us an opportunity to go through that curiosity approach, confirmation, and get all the way to confidence. And this month, ladies and gentlemen, you guys have been boomeranging like crazy. Looking at Peter Hirsch, he's so excited. He came to me and says, I'm going to be the first diamond that have sponsored over 100 people and have over 100 personal customers, and he's done it. He texted me this morning. Over 100 personal ambassadors, over 100 boomerangs, Blue Diamond, and our chief giving officer. Guys, come on. That deserves a big round of applause. Come on, guys. Peter and Karen Hirsch. Karen had the contacts. Peter just sent the boomerangs. Typically, here's what you find. 75% in iBuumerang. That's been our worst month of conversions, by the way. Month before that was 80-something%. Normal, when you look at web-based advertising, 1 to 3%. 1 to 3%. You look at retail, 20 to 30% conversion rate. We're over there at 75%. Here's what's happening. I want to give you a comparison here of what happens and why network marketing was so old. 79-day lifespan with your customers. The average customer spent $35 per month. They stay in the business 79 days. And this is why everybody kept dropping out. And this is why there's no such thing as a residual income long term that you can pass on. Because today the world has changed. What we've done is we've made it different. We've given our customers some satisfaction. We're creating an environment that we're going to amaze you and them. I look at how long it took for Uber to connect a driver and a rider together. It took them over 2 years to be able to pair up one driver and one rider. I never forget on March the 11th when we actually launched, we got over 700 customers day one. On the day of the launch. Here's the difference. Our customers, because we don't charge them anything and we never will, they stay indefinitely and they buy repeatedly. Where are we going with the Prib? How are we going to get there? Buckle your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Where are we going? We told you we're creating the future. That's our job. Your job is to go out and get those customers. Your job is to go out and get ambassadors. We're going to create the future. We're doing it right now. We've got a customer-focused concept that we're building. A customer-focused business. Why? The future to the business is not just distributors only. For those of you who don't like recruiting, you don't have to. You're going to end up giving the business away to people anyway. You've recruited, you've built Facebook, you've built Instagram. You give this away as well. But our customers is what's most important here. This is why we brought some of the best people in to analyze how do we treat customers. We've got people calling in right now and interacting with our customer service so we can see where our gaps are. We can find our inefficiencies and we're filling those gaps with not people who have a good idea, but people who have experience. Watch the change. Watch it. Watch the change that takes place. Because of those customers, this is why we want you building your customer base. Because we have the opportunity and the idea to go out there and do things that nobody else has been able to do. I told you one of the concepts that we're working on right now. I can't give some of the other stuff away, but we looked at the entertainment industry and we looked at the inefficiencies in entertainment. Netflix right now are killing the studios. But when we build this customer base, as we're building it right now, having conversations and being able to go to any of the movie cinemas and say, Mr. and Mrs. Movie Cinema, hey, well, listen, we've got 5 million customers. They go to the movies 4 times a year. That's 20 million movie tickets if they went alone, but normally they go with somebody, and that's 40 million. If they take the 2 kids, it's 80 million movie tickets. We know it's $15 to go to your movies. Here's what we want as iBuumerang. We actually want those tickets for $10. Why? Oh, we're going to sell the tickets to our customers for $13. They get a $2 discount, but we want a free bucket of popcorn for every iBuumerang customer who goes through the Prib. Hey, Prib, order me 4 tickets to Denzel Washington's latest movie. Boom. Now take a look at this. This is why we've never set such a small goal. You take that $13 upgrade. That's $10 iBoomerang's cost, $13 to the customer. It's a $2 discount per customer. That's 80 million movie tickets that year. $3 profit times 80 million is $240 million in revenue in one of the rooms in the house. The Prib was traveled through the front door. Entertainment is just going to be one of the rooms, baby. So what happened to that $240 million? What happened to that $240 million? You got the customer. You did it for Facebook. Facebook, what they did for you is they kept the money. What we're going to do is give you 50% of what they saved. That $240 million, $120 million will be in the form of a direct sales bonus right back to you because of the power of the Prib. That's where we're going. And then we take the other $120 million And then we take a big percentage of that and we divide it up, put it in BV, and it goes through the uni-level compensation plan. Ladies and gentlemen, you haven't seen anything yet. That's a near vision. Let's talk about 2020 vision. Let's talk about what's like now. Ladies and gentlemen, travel is something that you're able to, that people do once every quarter, once a year, sometimes twice a year. It was what we wanted to do. It was no different than Jeff Bezos starting Amazon, using books, because people don't buy books every day, every week. Some of you hadn't bought a book in 6 years. That's going to change. There's a good one, there's an excellent one that I found out about this author who she just released her book yesterday. It's called Woman Law. My wife, Earlene Buggs, a new author. And you can go to womanlawbook.com and order that book right now. But Jeff Bezos started that concept. And he said, let me refine how we do it when they don't buy as much, and then I'll give them things that they can buy every month. And so we thought about it, okay, well, travel is something that people buy right now whenever they choose to. Let's go ahead and start putting some other stuff in the crib. Things that people do more often than travel. And so we did a little shopping. And I got a call from my buddy David Manning, and he says, hey, listen, there's some people who like what's going on here. I say, do they? I say, I'm sure there's I get a lot of calls. He says, no, they like what's going on. I said, okay, well, make a long story short, had a chance to meet with those people, and David knew them, and they knew him, and met with those people, flew down to Dallas, and long meeting, me and the crew, we went down there, and all right, that's cool. A little bit later on, we start looking at how we're going to develop what we're going to develop, and we said, well, we need to put some other stuff, and so when I say we went shopping is, I said, well, you got a great concept, but I like what you're doing. We're not going to sell this for you. So I bought the company. And what we're about to introduce, this is just one of many things coming to the crib. This is one of many. Boom mobile, baby. Boom mobile, baby. This ain't later. This ain't we hope. This is not we think. This is not we're gonna try. How often do you pay your mobile phone bill? Boom. Now put that in your crib. But not some cut rate carriers. We've got an agreement already. AT&T and T-Mobile. Already done. Toledo, are you okay? All right. Unlimited text, unlimited calls, unlimited data, $49.95 per month. This will launch before 2020, before the end of the year, this will launch. So now when you're looking at your travel commissions that's coming through and you're like, well, my customers, they don't going anywhere. No problem. This is why we wanted to put things in there that people do on a yearly basis. I want you to imagine the matrix, and I want you to imagine revenue coming down the matrix. This is the crib of how we look at it, and we see that yearly income, and you're able to grab a little bit of that, and we see that monthly, every time they pay that mobile phone, you get paid. And you don't have to sell it to them. The crib is going to sell it to them. This is why we want you to get customers. We're going to market to them. Ladies and gentlemen, How many of y'all excited about that? Can I hear the crib is real? Can I hear power of the crib? Ladies and gentlemen, have a seat. I need you to sit down right now because I'm about to lower the boom. When I say we went shopping, we don't just buy one thing. Are y'all ready? Now travel, we get travel on a yearly basis. And some of you are going to look at your commissions and you go, oh, that's cute, it works. Great. We now can put cheese on our cheeseburger. But that's okay. No other company will pay you cheese for giving something away for free. Boom Mobile is monthly. And by the way, there's other monthly stuff coming real soon. We said, what about daily? What is it that people do every day? What do they do what do they spend money on every day that's real? Y'all said food? Okay, we'll go get some food and put it in there too. But what, I know what many of you spent money on today already. We said we want iBuumerang people to have daily pay. I told you what my dream was and what inspired me to start this company. She said it right. You knew the concept. This is who inspired me to start this company. Uber and Lyft. But ladies and gentlemen, goodbye Uber and Lyft and welcome Vibe Rise to iBuumerang. Your own rideshare company right here, right now. Don't tell me the crib ain't real. We went shopping. Ladies and gentlemen, launching December 2019, you will never need Uber ever again. You will never need Lyft ever again. Vibe Rides is how you will ride. I want you to imagine this. Let me show you a dream as I wrap up. Let me share with you a dream. I want you to imagine data. We know when your customer travels. We have their information. They booked it through us. We know when they arrive because they booked it through us. And as soon as they arrive at the airport, this message pops up on their phone. Use this app and take a free Vibe ride on us and get $50 off on your next hotel. Boom! I want you to imagine, many of you already drive for Uber. In less than 60 days, we're going to start registration. We're going to start registration for any drivers, but here's the cool thing. I want you to imagine how many you're going to be on the road and you're going to be watching your money. You're going to go to the airport, and when you see that vibe sticker in the window glowing like crazy, how many of you would like to vibe? And when you see that sticker, what you're looking at, you're like, I wonder, is that on my left leg or my right leg? And I want you to imagine your drivers that are in your organization who have actually recruited other drivers, and now they earn income on all the rides that take place in their entire organization. And every single time that button is pushed, every time a Vibe ride is pushed, ladies and gentlemen, in your group, you get paid. Now, we're working right now. We will start off in some regional states. This is going all over America, but we're right now working and have the team already working. We've been working like crazy because we're taking this international as well. Can somebody say, Mexico? That's a given. That's already a given there. You know we have to come to Puerto Rico. That's why we ask you. Here's what we ask you for. I asked you in the early beginning, when we first launched at pre-launch. I said, I wanted you to give me 1% of your trust. I said, I promise you I will earn the other 99%. We operate on what we call the it factor. Integrity. That's what this whole foundation is all about. And transparency. That's it. That's enough. You're going to get the truth out of us. Even if you don't like what the truth is, you're going to get it. Listen, I thought about running for president, but the president only have one country to take care of. We got 151. I got a bigger job to do. I'm going to stay in my lane. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're able to sit and dream of the future, I tell you, it's the most exciting thing in the world. We've been living in this world for a long time now. It's exciting. All we took. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Pop. Thank you, Mama Chloe. Thank you, Mama Jean. Thank you, Ching Ching. Thank you, all of you guys out there. But here's what we're going to do. I want you to understand this because I want to go ahead and shift. This whole business that we've built is around family. It's a family company. The atmosphere that you see here is what it is. You're never going to see profanity on our stage. You're never going to see colorless jokes. You're never going to see anybody making you feel judged by your choice of who it is that you are. You'll never see a political platform up here or a religious platform on this stage. Am I a believer? Of course. I can tell you right now, I have to give thanks to God because if it wasn't for God, this wouldn't be here. For me and for my wife, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't. But we want you to have the freedom to be you. Freedom is what this is all about. This is why we go boom, 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 freedom. Not freedom, but freedom with a clause. It's freedom. And that's what everybody wants, and that's what we are. We're freedom fighters. And I want you to know that we will do everything in our power, this team of the people that we have here, everything in our power to keep fighting for your freedom, your complete independence, your financial freedom, and everything. This is why it's a brotherhood. This is why this is so important to us. We call it Lou. You guys know Lou. If you don't know Lou, I'm going to introduce you to Lou. Lou. Who's Lou? Loyalty. Unity. And edification. That's the principles that we built this business on. If there's one thing that we cannot lose, see, we can lose Boom Mobile, and we'll be okay. We can lose Vibe, and I'll cry. Like hard cry, ugly cry. But we'll survive. We can lose travel, and I'll have a conniption. I know David and Lori will. But we can survive. We lose Lou, we don't have anything. We lose Lou, we don't have anything. That's what this is all about. That's how this has been built, Lou. I want to share with you the concept of what Lou is all about. I want to share with you what real true loyalty is. Loyalty, unity, and edification is when you take your eyes off of yourself and you focus on someone else. Animals have it. You can't find a disloyal animal to the other animals. You can't find it. And why are we so sophisticated, but we can't follow that simple path? We can't follow that one simple thing. This is something I want you to work on. I want to share with you what my idea of iBuumerang is. You see, when geese fly south for the winter, they fly in what I have termed boomerang formation. If you didn't notice, you got boomerangs all over. Some of you, your boomerangs hit you and you didn't even see it. Look up top. The lights up there, that's in boomerang formation. One was blue earlier, one was yellow. But I want to share this story of the geese because I want you to understand how it works. They fly in boomerang or V formation for a reason. Because number one, geese are not so concerned about their own recognition and ego. And if you look, you'll always see a lead goose. But he's not touting about how proud he is to be in front. And you'll see every other goose following his tailwind. Why? Because he knows that if I lead, I'm going to take the most pressure. I'm going to take the most headwind. And what I'm going to do is flap my wings as hard as I can. Why? Because it makes it easier for the goose who's right behind me because they get caught up in the stream. The tailwind is what they call it. And then the following goose and the last goose behind is easier for the last goose because he or she's got all the other geese in front. And it makes it much easier. And when the head goose is giving it all that he or she has, it'll drop back into last position, and then the next goose will actually take the lead and give that goose a break. And if anything ever happens to one of the geese, if something forbid, if one goose gets injured or whatever happens to that goose, here's what happens. If that goose is ever unable to fly, two geese will always drop back and stay with that goose until it either gets healthy and gets rehabilitated or until it dies. Whenever that happens, they get up and they go fly right back to their original destination because they understand the powers in unity. They couldn't fly south if it was just one of them. The wind is too fierce. Each one of them need each one of them. See, this is why I don't mind taking that head position and taking the arrows and taking the criticism and taking that headwind. Why? Because I know right behind me, I know if anything ever happens to me, I have no questions whatsoever. I have no doubt in my mind of the power of loyalty, unity, and edification and the ability for Edwin Haynes, your GMA, to stand in and be that head goose. See, that's how all of this happened. That's what this is really all about. That's what this table over here is all about. These people that we have right here, all of them. Wouldn't trade them for anything in the world. We made you a promise, and we're going to keep the promise. What I want to do right now is I want to share with you what this is really all about. See, a good friend of mine told me, he said, the power of friendship and unity is when you have someone who covers your blind spots instead of expose them. See, that's true friendship. I've got weaknesses. I've got some areas that I can't see. I've got some areas that I can't do, and some of you are much better at many things than I am. And even as CEO, I can't see it all, and I have weaknesses, but I already know Edwin Haynes is going to cover my blind spot. I already know, and I've watched it already. I watched T. Gray going to cover my blind spot. I watched Mark Kithcart, they're going to cover the blind spots. It's been 2001, 2004 since we've known each other. But length of time does not determine the quality of the covering. I've known David Manning for all of 7, 8 months. He's going to cover that blind spot. I already know they're going to cover the blind spot. And that's what this is really all about. I want you to always pay attention to the quality of your life is going to be in direct proportion to the quality of the people who's going to cover your blind spots. And this is why we have a family called Diamond. And normally in recognition of Diamond, he's our global master ambassador. And I hate recognizing, he don't want to be recognized as Diamond and Black Diamond, and I think he's Presidential Diamond. But I said I'm going to do it at least one time. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to pay attention to what's next. This is bigger than Vibe Rides. This is bigger than Boom Mobile. It's what I live for. It's what iBuumerang is all about. This man, we've been in the trenches forever. We've slept in the car together because we didn't have money for this or that. And we've had arguments. He cursed me out. And I don't curse, so I gave him a good talking to. I remember us yelling on the phone, no, you listen, no, you listen, no, you listen, no, you listen. And neither one of us listened. And if you hadn't gone through that, you don't have much. If everything's perfect, that means it's really bad. Okay? But the very first diamond in iBuumerang is your global master ambassador, who not only went diamond, who not only went blue diamond, who not only went black diamond, who went all the way to presidential diamond, I think in his first week or two. in the business. I want to bring him up on stage right now. And I want you guys to stand to your feet as I bring up my good friend, my brother, Global Master Ambassador, Edwin Haynes. I couldn't tell you guys how proud I am. Just, you have no idea. You guys don't know. You know, to see your growth, to see your commitment, to see how you treat them girls. You guys, we make it look easy. We make it look easy. And we have a lot of fun. But there's some sacrifice that we go through. And I remember the times that he was concerned about how he was going to provide for y'all. Watch how he treats his mother and his father and his wife, and how he treats you. You can't buy that. You can't buy that. You can't. And I brought him up here so we can, there's a video I want to share with you. And that's what Diamond is all about. Somebody who I know is going to cover and got my back, they got my blind spot. It's my brother. They've always told Edwin, you better than Holton. Why don't you go do your own thing? They just wanted his position. They weren't jealous of me, they were jealous of him. And you're going to have that. That's going to be a part of your life by the time you make it to this table here. Okay? But I can tell you, Earlene and I, we talk all the time. And we've watched. We had a dinner the other night and talked about just how you've taken quantum leaps. And we said that a leader doesn't always have to exhibit being number one, but they must prepare for it. And when they're put or needed in a position, you watch them change based off of who they become, and now they must carry out what they've been training for their entire life. He didn't have to be a global master ambassador before because that was me, and we didn't need two of them. And we don't need two of them right now because we got the best that's ever been positioned at this in the entire industry. We'll let you know I got your back. That family of yours never have a worry in this world. Ever. We watch how you serve. We watch what you do. Not what you say, we watch what you do. And I'm proud to have you as my brother. I'm proud to have you as my best friend. I'm proud to have you as somebody I can depend on. And we didn't even have to talk every day. We live in the same neighborhood and wouldn't see each other for months. Why? He had my back and I had his. And so I want to show you a video of what Diamond is all about and covering the blind spots.
Hell of a good start.
What the hell are you laughing at?
You had to say it. What? Fight in the shade? Recover!
We talk about diamond and what it represents. This is what it represents here. Somebody who's got my blind spot. Somebody who's going to cover me. Somebody who's going to cover you. Somebody who's going to cover each and every one of you out there, even when you don't want to be covered. This award right here represents more to me than the money that you make as a diamond, the trips, the lifestyle. This is what it's all about right here. This is real. You can't buy this. You can't charm your way to this award. You got to earn it. You got to earn the right to be a diamond and to be with us as diamonds. We don't take it for granted. I want to read to you the creed of what it is of loyalty, unity, and edification, and what it is to be a diamond. It says, "This is my shield. It's not designed for my protection. I will use it to protect the brotherhood and the sisterhood in the name of Lou. Respect. I will respect others and always demand that I and others are shown the same respect in return. Fellowship. I will show kindness and compassion to those in need and stand up for those who can't do so for themselves, for our weakest link will break us. Nobility. I will serve others with honor, for a noble heart will move the hearts of the people. Peace. I will enforce peace even at personal cost, for strife will divide us. Persevere. I will stand strong in the course of adversity. Protect. I am my brothers and sisters' keeper. And I want to bring up right now the first to ever have this shield. I want to bring it up, and I'm going to present this shield. This is yours. I want to present this shield to Edwin Haynes. This next shield that person that I want to bring up that has earned this shield just from the industry standpoint. For him to know that he's got people who's got his back because he's had so many people's back. And I want to have him come up because Edwin and I and him, we're going to present shields to the remaining diamonds. This shield is to someone who served, and I've seen them be completely unselfish to thousands of people for so many years. I want to bring up the CEO of Extreme Travel, Mr. David Manning. Here, I'll get in the middle here. Now, the two people that I have who's covering me here, we're going to present and give their shields to all of our diamonds that we're calling in no particular order. I think it's maybe alphabetical order, I don't know. But the first diamond that we want to bring up to join this brotherhood and sisterhood is Amy and Steve Seaver. Step back one. Next diamond we want to recognize. Sam and Kim Bean.
Be quiet, dog. Twice. This is not the second time.
Next diamonds we want to recognize. Our first diamonds in Europe, Avinash Nagamba and Darren Matheson. Next diamonds that we want to recognize, it's a family duo, Jackie and Jayla Pippin. Next warrior, diamond that I want to recognize, Emmanuel Bernstein, Super E. Next diamond I want to recognize Danielle Camaro and Talita Camaro. This next dynamic duo I want to introduce, Spencer Iverson and Jonathan Green and Jillian Green. There we go. I got the clicker. This next diamond that I want to introduce, Thomas Poulin and Annie Pierre Lavoie. This next dynamic duo, trio, I want to introduce Rodolfo and Melissa Rodriguez and Esteban Merizalde. This next diamond I'd like to introduce Trey Harris, and Sharon Harris. This next diamond I'd love to introduce Mr. William Thurston. Next diamonds I'd love to introduce Mr. Luis Ventura and Fernando Vera. Our next diamonds that we want to introduce, and we'll do special recognition for them later, but they didn't come to this convention as diamonds. They've actually passed diamond and going on to blue diamond. And if you don't know blue diamond, it's a minimum of $500,000 in volume in 1 month. And the remaining ones that we are introducing have done way more than that. All of them have done over $1 million a month. And, but I'm welcoming them into this brotherhood and sisterhood, because when you get on this stage, your brother or your sister, it's not about your rank. Jose Luis Rivas and Melin Medina. This next diamond I want to bring to the stage. Cesar Munoz! How many of you want to be a part of this brotherhood and sisterhood? When they ask you, well, what's the difference between iBuumerang and this other company? It's this. It's this. You tell them it's Lou. That's what's different. We're going to have another event. Some of y'all back there. Yes. You know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking to. This is where you deserve to be. Because they're counting on you. I want to go ahead and take a big group photo if we can, and we can kind of squeeze here and let us get on in here. Let me, David, yes, David, get in here. Let's go up a little bit.
to race some Lamborghinis, Ferraris, only with iBuumerang, man. If you're not here, you got to be here next time.
I am just here for moral support. I am not driving any of these cars.
Y'all thought y'all was ready for Mr. Bugs? Are y'all really ready for Mr. Bugs?
Yeah.
Fastest cars ever, Ferrari. Shout out to Mr. Holton Bugs. My goodness, diamond experience guys hit diamonds. He takes care of us.
Yes, sir.